My name is Xuan Pham, spelled as X-ray, uniform, Alpha, November. Last name is Papa, Hotel, Alpha, Mike. And I have an Americanized name. It's Xuan. It's like S like a Sierra, W like whiskey, A like Alpha, and like November. Because most of people, when they see my name, we start with the X. They kind of hesitate, to pronounce my name. So I Americanize, and I see the unfair thing is a lot of people can say Xerox and Exxon, but cannot pronounce my name. I flew the A-1 Skyraider in Vietnam during the war. It's the 4 years between 1970 to 1974, and I served in two corps, as second corps and third corps respectively. When I flew for second corps, I started with the 530 squadron in Pleiku Air Force Base. In that theater, I cover most of the close air support. Occasionally, you go through the cross the border and have some mission in Commando Hunter in Ho Chi Minh City, and some of SOG, Special Operation Group, for the Ranger and Green Beret, to cross the border. At the beginning, when I get back from the United States, at the end, very end of 1969, in the beginning, I remember vividly, the Christmas of 69, I come back to Vietnam, and most of the people serve at Highland, the Pleiku Air Force Base. I tell the truth, it's either they do not have the mentor, they don't have people influence, keep them in Bien Hoa, or somebody, make a mistake in their career with the Air Force. They put those people to the 530 at the Pleiku. I'm the different. My brother is considerably, he can influence to keep me in Bien Hoa. But I'm young, gung-ho when I get back. They give me a form to fill it out. One of the questions, where you want to serve? I say Pleiku. They say reason. I say, to have an opportunity to get away from family. And make a mistake. And I regret in the first night when I land in Pleiku with one friend of mine, is the classmate at Herbert Field, Ackland Air Force Base. I have a two senior officer, is the Major Thang, Thang. He's the training officer, of the 530 Squadron. And Captain Long, he lives in Richmond right now. Eventually, he's the major of the 530 Squadron. But at the time, I tell story is he and Major Thang come and pick me up, at the airport at 9 p.m. Drizzle, raining, light raining, but miserable in Pleiku. And nobody, I expect somebody would come and welcome two young pilots back, from the United States. Nobody. They just do me a favor and come and pick us up. And they leave my friend stand on the tarmac. And I say, how about him? Can you pick him up too? They say, yeah, that's okay. Come on, hop it in, the pickup truck. And they come back. I don't have the BOQ like a standard in the United States. They dropped me into the room, just coincident. Next room is the husband of the, I just get killed, the day, is the same day, in the afternoon. So his wife, it keep crying, and I cannot sleep the whole night. I tell you, just the first night, I went to desert. Okay, because terrible, environment, and out of my expectation. And that I start up with the 530. It's mostly function as a duty officer. It's about 2-3 weeks later, I've been checked out at the for combat mission with Major Thang, and I start my flying career with a 530 from there.
You told me early on that I believe it was Major Thang played a little trick on you on one of your first bombing missions.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you asked that question. We have a lot of memory, Major Thang is eventually, he became the hero of the South Vietnamese Air Force. It's make it short, the VNAF, because he's very heroic, action in the last mission in Pleiku, in Kontum, when he got shot down, and his wingman is the Major Hip. We call Hip VC because his last name and middle name abbreviation is VC. So we call, his name is Vu Kong Hip. So we call his nickname is the Hip VC. In our Air Force, in every Air Force, I believe, every pilot have a nickname. And most nickname is not a nice nickname. Like a Major Thang, his nickname in Thang Phunro. Phunro is the tribal, local people, is mountaineer, the mountain man. And he looked like he resembled the mountain man. He tall, big, dark skin, and he's rough. So we nicknamed him the Thang Phunro. He's the one check me out, go back and check me out. It's the combat mission. He do the trick, to get the young pilot like me, they get attention. In the last pass, when we pull the cable and drop on the bomb, that is the procedure, for the last pass, to drop on the bomb, making sure on the bomb is off the wing. I'm so focused because the first mission in the area, so I'm so focused on the bombing, and I dived in, roll in hard, drop the bomb, pull it out, and say number 2 is clean. And I didn't hear the answer, and I'm looking for him. He disappeared. I don't see him. And I'm young pilot, fly close formation. He intentionally put me in the close formation all the way to the target, then kicked me out for combat formation just about 1 minute or 30 seconds, before rolling hard. So he intentionally doing that. So I don't have time to check, the environment around me, the checkpoint and that kind of thing. I'm so focused. So when he pulled it up and I don't see him, and I've been, waiting, I hesitate to admit that I lost him. I waited at least, more than 1 minute. And I start talking the radio. I say, it's number 1, here's number 2. He said, what? What happened? I said, where are you? He said, you lost me? I said, yes, I don't see you. And he chewed me out, nothing left on my butt. Okay, he said, you lost the leader? How could I check you out of combat for in the operation if you lost a leader in the first mission? And then he said, okay, he start making correction for me. He said, start describe the environment around you. So I did, not difficult. I say something, I don't remember vividly, but I remember I say, okay, so on the left, the river, they run from the left to the right. In the north, have a mountain, it's about 3,000 feet, something like that. And they say, okay. He start making correction. He say, listen to me. Make a left turn until I say you roll out. I did that. I say, level your wing. Go, keep going. Then it's about 5 minutes later, he say, make a right. Keep going at that heading. He gave me the heading. And this flies from Kontum back to the Pleiku. It's not far away. It's about 15 minutes later. He said, look at the 12 o'clock. Do you see the Pleiku Air Force Base? I said, yes. And I'm sweat, until I see Pleiku Air Force Base. He said, go ahead and make a landing. I will see you on the ground. So I come to the ground. He chose me out for the second round, okay, because I lost the leader. I still don't know his trick until, a couple of days later, another friend, the Captain Long, his nickname is Long VD. it's an ugly nickname. He say, oh, Major Thang is do the trick on you. I say, how? What is kind of the trick? He say, after he dropped the bomb, he make a tight turn and he hide himself under your belly. That's why he correct you, turn left, turn right. We did it all the time, to make the young pilot, the new pilot get back, from the United States, get attention and kind of listen to us. So that is a memory I never forget. And I think about it, I say he got to pay back what he did to me. So it's a couple of months later, I flew with him in one mission. He have a belly tank, external fuel tank. And I think about revenge, what he did to me. So when he dropped the last bomb, he pulled up and I screamed on the radio. I said, oh my God, what did you do? He said, doing what? I said, you dropped the external tank. And it become the rule or the, it kind of precedent, if somebody dropped the external fuel tank, had to make a beer call for the whole squadron. So he know he don't have the salary, left that month for family because he had to make a beer call for the whole squadron. And he all the way back to Pleiku, he keep, mumble himself on the radio. He said, I don't know why I make that stupid mistake. Until he landed, he climbed out, from the wing. And the first thing, he looked under the belly. The belly tank is still there. And Major Thang, he pulled out his revolver and he chased me. And I know it. I saw and I know him, how he react. So I ran away and we left, we get back to the squadron and we're laughing a lot because he thought he had to make a beer call, and eventually he found out, he better off because he haven't made a mistake. But that is a good memory I have with Major Thang. Still miss him today because he's a hero.
Can you tell me about his last mission a little bit?
Our last mission is a little bit confused from the beginning, because Major Hip VC, again his nickname, he's supposed to fly number 2. Major Thang is the number 1 as a leader, flight leader. But Major Hip is in the process of the training, check out for the leader, to be a leader, 4-ship formation leader. And Major Thang say, you will become a leader very soon. I'm the one check you out in near future. Why don't you take a lead? I'm flying number 2, you fly number 1. He changes his mind in the middle of the mission. When they light up number 1 for takeoff, he switched. Major Hip become number 1, he become number 2. That make a big confusion when the FAC report back and say number 2 got shot down and crash at northwest of the Kontum. and they don't know, he's still alive or not. Everybody at home, in the squadron, thought that is Major Hiep VC. But eventually, the confirmers say, no, that is Major Thang. When he gets shot down, when both of them support one of the attack, the VC already infiltrate into Quantum, and they stay, in the church at Quantum, in order to hide themselves in the church with the civilian, and put the anti-aircraft machine gun on the tower of the church and shoot at Major Thang and Major Hiep. Major Thang get hit, and Major Hiep is say, number 2, you get hit. I see flame trail, trail you along the fuselage of the aircraft. And the sound of Major Hiep is a little bit panicked when he sees the number 2 get serious shot down like that. And Major Thang, in the frequency, very calm and say, doggone it, why you panic? I'm the one get shot. I'm not panic. Why you panic? Cover for me. I will go, outside of the Pleiku ejection on the bomb before I crash, because I don't want to eject the bomb inside the city. That's, his action is really make him become the hero, because everybody, including FAC, hear on the conversation on the radio frequency. So they really admire him, in the last minute. He's still thinking about the life of civilian on the ground, and his calmness, when he talked to Major Hiep about why you panic when I'm the one get shot, made him the hero.